Twitter denies shadow banning, saying suppression of Representative Max Gaetz is an error. Oh, there seems to be a lot of errors happening at Twitter when it comes to conservatives. It's weird how it always seems to be on one side of the political spectrum, isn't it?
I know, right?
Yeah, it's weird that all these errors seem to affect the Republicans. But anyway, Twitter has denied shadow banning, saying the apparent suppression of autocomplete search suggestions for Republican Congressman Max Gravetto is an error. Even though I think it was Project Veritas, yeah, it was, that went through and actually had Twitter engineers admitting that they suppressed people, but regardless. A Twitter spokeswoman denied shadow banning exists and told Breitbart News the issue with Matt Gaetz, might be mispronouncing, search results is being fixed. And by being fixed, they mean they'll make it more harder to detect, I suppose. But anyway. Quite as was said before, we do not shadow ban. Just keep telling us that. We still won't believe you. But anyway, we're aware that some accounts are not automatically populating in our search boxes and are shipping a change to address this. The profile, tweets, and discussion about these accounts do not appear when you search for them. Breitbart News contacted the office of Representative Gaetz. Sorry guys, it's getting really late here. Which also commented on the suppression of the congressman's account. Quote, our office is aware of the claims that Twitter is discriminating against multiple accounts maintained by Congressional Gaetz, might be mispronouncing. We are investigating the depths and impacts of those as serious charges. It is curious that all these allegations would arise the week following Congressional Gaetz's heated exchange with Twitter senior executives before the House Judiciary Committee. Congressman Gaetz continued to believe that the interactive computer service, such as Twitter, should not discriminate against content while simultaneously asserting that they are not non-biased public from under federal law. The following reports that results from Representative Matt Gaetz's account were not auto-completing in search results. Representative Gaetz is a Trump ally who has previously called out Silicon Valley for its bias against conservative and Trump supporters. So that's not really shadow banning, but we'll get to that in a sec. So what is your thoughts on shadow banning? Do you believe that they shadow ban or not?
Oh, absolutely. And it's not just on Twitter. It's happening everywhere. I mean, I used to post memes and like stories and stuff on my Facebook, right?
Yeah.
When I had a Facebook account before.
Yeah.
And I would then have like my mate would then come up and we'd sit down, have energy drinks, talk stuff, and I'd be like, "Hey, did you see that thing I shared?" And he's like, "Nah." And then it was just obvious because the thing is, I would go to his phone and actually scroll. And if I posted something like just a game article or something simple, nothing was wrong. It would show up on his feed. But then if I shared something controversial, then it would not show up. Like it was just happening right in front of me, live from my phone to his phone on our two accounts. You can't deny this.
And also, we know they are shadow banning because there's actually that program or that website out there. I think it's shadowban.eu or edu or something along those lines. It's late. It actually lets you know whether you're being shadow banned or not. And according to that website, the majority of people that are conservative are being shadow banned. Or the people that at least suspecting they're shadow banned have actually been proven that they have been through using this web tool that lets you know whether you're shadow banned or not. Remarkably, apparently I'm not shadow banned, which is quite amazing because I always thought I was. The tool came back clear for me.
I'll have to check my my Twitter account sometime if I can be bothered.
Yeah.
But I rarely use it anymore.
Yeah, and look, at the end of the day, it's like, like Donald Trump. He came back as shadow banned, Mark Cernovich is shadow banned. Infowars.
Donald Trump
Yep.
is shadow banned?
Yep.
They're shadow banning the president of the United States. Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. That was half the uproar. That's what kicked off this whole "Am I shadow banned?" hashtag thing.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was quite impressive. But let's get going because this takes a really, really interesting turn. Vice recently confirmed other prominent Republicans, including RNC chairwoman Ronna McDaniel, are facing the same autocomplete problems and that their Democrat counterparts are not. McDaniel, along with Trump campaign manager Brad Pascal, recently sent a letter to Twitter and Facebook raising concerns about their anti-conservative bias. So I do want to say here, what they're talking about with this autocomplete, I would not think of that as shadow banning. That would be something completely different. Wouldn't you agree?
The autocomplete issue is to do when you search for somebody on Twitter or Facebook, I believe. It's like when you type into YouTube, let's say you type in Nonpartisan, and basically all these channels come up, but not yours, right?
Yeah.
Shadow banning is completely different. I think Vice might actually be maybe intentionally trying to push this off, but it's the idea when you actually tweet something or post something that
it won't show on
YouTube as well.
Yeah.
And on YouTube is like, you upload a video or you go live and it doesn't tell people.
Yeah.
And you type a tweet and it basically suppresses it from your core audience, the main people that will retweet it, and only show it to other people who don't normally retweet, to then make you look like you're crazy.
Yeah, but you look at the amount of times that I've gone live on a Sunday/Monday show. It's been Monday lately, guys, but yeah, this week's going to be Monday too, by the way. But yeah, you look at these sort of the amount of people that said, dude, I didn't even get a notification that you were online. How many times has that come in? And people have said that in the chat for the live shows that we do on the Sunday/Monday nights. So yeah, I really do think I think it is completely different than what they're talking about here. To me, shadow banning is like what you say, not having your articles show up in the active feed, and what they're talking about could be a part of it, I would say, but it's not the crux.
But it's really nefarious, specifically what Twitter does too, and Facebook, because if you actually then say a tweet to your followers, hey, do you guys see my tweets? You'll get a bunch of people reply, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
The thing is it's really nefarious, because if you then tweet something like a news item or whatever, that's, they don't want you spreading out or something, they will just not show it to the people who normally are heaps active and retweet. Just show it to the ones who usually just reply to you. So it's like, yeah, I'm getting replies, everything's fine, but where's my reach? My reach is gone.
Yeah.
It's really specific and nefarious the way they do it.
And that's what I was going to say. At the end of the day, the fact is that, look, I'm a little bit upset, or not upset, but worried the fact that the congressmen don't seem to notice the difference, or don't seem to know the difference between shadow banning and non-autocomplete. That itself is a little daunting for me.
They are a bunch of boomers,
I know, but dude, these are people that are how are these people going to go when, Mark Zuckerberg replies and says, oh no, we don't shadow ban, and, do you really reckon that they're going to stick it back to Mark Zuckerberg and say, well, no, you did this and this and this? Or do you reckon they're going to take his word for it?
Well, what we need is probably some, young blood, red pill people to get up into the Republicans. It's kind of like what Sargon might have done, that thing where he goes... Yeah, in UKIP, where he actually goes up to someone and he's like, it fully explains the tech of it all. It's like, it doesn't even have to be like a young person, just someone, just my age, or whatever. Just go there and just be like, here's how it works. Now go forth and use your power.
Yeah, Yeah, but anyway, let's keep going. Other members of the mainstream press are beginning to publicly comment on the shadow banning issue as well, such as Axios reporter Jonathan Swan. I must admit, when some R sources have complained about this to me, I mock them to their face as conspiracy theorists. This Vice article makes me rethink that the response from Twitter is inadequate. Now, Twitter is shadow banning prominent Republicans, is what we've already talked about with the Vice article. Covert and overt censorship of conservatives and right-wingers has been a reality on Twitter for some time. In January, Twitter employees were caught on camera discussing shadow banning some conservative accounts and classifying others as bots if they made too many tweets about God, guns, and America. More recently, it was discovered that a number of conservative accounts have been made difficult to find in search results, while left-wing accounts have not. The following is an announcement by Twitter that it would artificially downrank content that distorts and distracts the public from public conversation. More recently, Twitter's famously famously woke CEO Jack Dorsey has said he wants to artificial intelligence to determine credible voices on the platform by taking an editorial approach to content, picking and choosing what content is promoted and what is downranked. Twitter risks the allegations that it's become a publisher rather than a neutral platform, which would make it legally liable for the content posted by its users. What they're talking about there is if Twitter is going through and actually being an editorial and actually editing people and suppressing people and not being an open platform to all, they are no longer protected from the content that's posted on their site. So if someone posts a racist meme or whatever it may be, Twitter is not responsible at the moment because it's an open source platform. It's open for everybody. But if they start editing people, censoring people and whatnot, then they actually go through and start risking being actually liable for what they talk about and what people post on their platform. We do actually have the article for what is their Twitter shadow banning conservatives, mainstream Republicans. I will put a link in the description below, but yeah, it's already basically what we're talking about already. It's just prominent Republicans that have been shadow banned, while their counterparts have not. I don't know. What's your view on this, man? Do you reckon Twitter is shadow banning people, or do you reckon they're not? And
yeah, they are.
Yeah. I'd agree with that actually. Like I said, there is that shadowban. I think it's EU or edu or whatever address. But yeah, basically lets you know if you've been shadow banned reportedly. And a lot of Republicans and a lot of people on the right, the conservatives and whatnot, they've ran their name through this thing over the past week or so. I've seen it pop up all the time. And reportedly, a lot of them are shadow banned. So, yeah, plus we also have the Project Veritas tape where they've gone through and admitted that they're shadow banning conservatives. So, I would...
Yeah, what more do you want?
Yeah.
It's been admitted.
Yeah, well... Yeah.
Well, it's like Alex Jones said, this is all admitted, you know, I've got the papers right here. You know, I haven't got any paper here.
Yeah. But I don't know, guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Do you think this will turn the tide when it comes to shadow banning? Do you think Twitter will go, oh, wait, there's way too much heat on this subject right now and remove the bans for the moment? Or do you think they're just going to keep shadow banning people regardless? Do you think that the Republicans are being shadow banned more than the Conservatives, than the Democrats? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. If this video has been helpful, please smack a like. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, I'll see you in the next demonetized video from YouTube. Have a great day and enjoy.